While meditating, I recalled the various versions of myself from childhood to adulthood and had kind conversations with them. I realized that the different versions of my past self were always ashamed of the bond with my parents that had brought me into existence. My father, who lacked financial stability and responsibility for the family, made my younger self feel ashamed. My mother, who appeared exhausted from economic hardship and seemed shabby due to her frugality, was a source of embarrassment to my younger self. My parents, who hadn't received a proper education, were an embarrassment to me. The constant arguments between my parents over financial issues were a huge source of shame for me as a child. My gentle and intelligent older brother, who always believed in me and gave me warm love, was my pride. But seeing my kind-hearted brother, who couldn't refuse to co-sign friends' loans, ultimately led to his bankruptcy and descent into poverty, he was no longer my pride, but an embarrassment. I realized that the aspects of my family I was ashamed of, and the ones I was proud of, were all just accessories decorating my self-image. I came to understand that the person who truly deserved my shame was myself. The family I was ashamed of had deeply wounded my pride, but they also made me stronger and more determined in my approach to life. The deep wounds to my pride became the driving force behind my efforts to live a life I wouldn't be ashamed of. This effort led me to practice self-restraint, curbing my personal desires. In my youth, I began to hide my personal desires and emotions deep within me and started to strictly control my actions. However, those restrained desires and emotions didn't disappear. They accumulated within me. These unresolved deficiencies eventually led to deep depression and sadness as I aged. Questions such as, what is life? What am I living for? And who am I really? Began to arise. The deep depression and sadness made my body lethargic, and inexplicable physical pains began to surface. As my meditation practice grew in time and depth, I began to clearly understand what a rich life truly is, what genuine freedom is, and what the purpose of life is. Paradoxically, I realized that the complete life everyone dreams of doesn't exist within people. The completeness of life comes from completely breaking down the rigid conceptions and customs of the perfect life we dream of within our minds. True completeness is achieved by breaking down the mind world. I am the victor of my life. The complete happiness and freedom I found by breaking everything down is my reward. I have even conquered death, becoming free from it. I have restored my true self-esteem.